What's going on YouTube? This is Chaos-Reighn here, and today I'm just going to be kind of talking a little bit about the state of the game and my thoughts on it, and showing a little bit of a showcase of one of my standard characters, which is my main iShot build. Now, I think that this league is a really good league. I do like the changes to the aspirational content. I've only done wave about 28 or 29 semi. I haven't really tried. I only tried one semi in standard, and I just kind of said, all right, well, that was fun. Played league for the rest of the time. Really enjoying league because the new Kringle mechanic is extremely fun and kind of adds like a dice rolling every single time and you're in a map. So that's really cool to do. But I just kind of wanted to go over a few things and not really go over a few things as much as just talk pretty much. So I have seen a couple of builds online that interested me, and what I kind of decided is that, eventually I may take my time and go and respec I shot into a tornado shot, or make a mirror tier tornado shot build, just to kind of see how it plays and see what all the hubbub is about. One of the things I wanted to kind of try is Tornado Shot has a really good clear setup, and even though I like my eye shot, I do want to eventually see if I can run a Legacy Tornado Shot, which is using the Legacy enchant. Unfortunately, I am on console, so I literally have zero access to the last thing that I really need, and that last thing is the Quant Gear. That's unfortunate, but what it is. I'm not really hurt too much about it. Let me see if I can just do the helm maybe. Oh, I can't seem to find it. I'll look for it later. I have a tornado shot 2 proj helm, but I'm too tired to just dig through everything right now. But anyway, I do plan to eventually make more characters in standard. I've already showcased a few of them, such as Flicker Strike and Legacy Zombies and a bunch of stuff like that. And I just kind of want to see and show a little bit of my other builds as well, and kind of show you guys, what they're about, and see if you guys are kind of interested in all that. If you are, great. If you aren't, then I get it. But yeah, if you guys are interested, I am more than willing to just kind of show off a little bit, and not show off per se, but build them and show you how they perform. Just let me know. Another thing I will, another thing I'm gonna do here is, let's see. I'm just gonna go ahead and get a map or two out and
Yes.
convert them. That is, they converted to Haywork. That's fine, I guess. I don't want to run the daily one right now, though.
Yes.
Okay, what map is it? So for Vince, that's fine. Alright, so one of the things I wanted to kind of go over is that I haven't really done too much to min-max or finish tweaking this build. One of the things I still need to do is, get the rest of my fizz converted to cold, which is done by taking these notes here. I just haven't gotten around to it. Just mainly laziness, but it's not too hard. It's literally just respecting like those. Can actually do that now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just do a whole bunch of these, so I can feel like I have more damage. 2, 3, and then go go over here. And then we do, where is it? Fizz converted to cold. Done. All right. So let's see. Now, if you guys haven't seen me play this build, this is my mirror tier iShot build. And the reason why I usually play this build for everything is because it is literally my be-all end-all. I can use it for juicing maps, I can use it for bossing, I can use it for just farming invitations. I've done the feared on it, I've done the breach one, but the breach one's annoying as crap, so it's not something I really actively enjoy doing. I do it once or twice, but as much as I like running and dying 4 times in a map, breach is just
My
not for
mana
me
is gone.
sometimes. But yeah, this is pretty much my eye shot as it is. That's how I run it. We have a relatively low attack speed in this setup, and the reason we have low attack speed is pretty simple. We don't really want to
It's my lucky
get
day.
too much attack speed. We can, but um, our hits are just really hard instead of really fast with this bow. So, you know, we're using a Citadel bow with all T1s, T1 crit chance, and then the Legacy. The accuracy is helping me accuracy cap. We actually have boots with only dash and second wind with 2 open sockets that I've just been too lazy to finish up. So let's see. If you've seen my other videos before, you know, you'll know that, you know, hey, this is what it feels like on these other
Gambling
builds
with
with
our
I
lives.
shot, my older builds. This is my like end of end game, so obviously this is going to be as strong as you can imagine. As you can see, even rares are getting 2-tap. Oh, it's healing. There we go. Mostly everything just gets bursted down, and I don't really have to worry about them too much. But yeah, as you see there, we actually have a little bit of a problem with our mana if we attack too fast, and that's because we're reserving so many auras. Just kind of a heads up on that. Now you could obviously set your you know mana cost to 0 with enough minus manas, but I don't really care. Build performs the way I want it to perform, and that's all I really care about. If I had more attack speed, I'd just be sitting here auto attacking enemies more.
I'm not
Anyway,
up to that
this
just yet.
is just a simple map. Want to kind of show you the overall power level of this build. Now I have done juice maps with this last league and have videos up for them, but if you want to see the videos with this league's changes, I'm more than willing to make them.
Such pleasure. So brief.
As you can see, our shots are a little slow even on our barrage, so you know you just gotta kind of chunk them. That's what this current setup is about, is being as chunky as possible instead of shooting super fast. Again, I do have a thicket bow with T1 attack speed and T1 crit chance, and or T1 crit multi crafted crit chance. However, I just wanted to kind of see how this bow fared, just because, you know, this was a very high fizz with double damage and T1 crit chance for high base crit. So this is the bow I've been playtesting for a while, and I really enjoy it. If you have a chance to try something like that, which is a super slow bow, you will need to get double attack speed gloves, which is this. It's elevated faster attacks with elevated Redeemer evade mod, which also gives you faster attacks. So, or you know, attack speed. You end up with 24 attack speed or 26 attack speed at max roll minus 25, plus 4% chance to evade attacks. Then obviously you have socketed, supported by crit multi, and then T1 flat added cold, and level 25 faster projectiles to make it a pseudo 7 link pair of gloves with additional attack speed and flat cold if I've dealt a crit. Now, because I am crit, we have obviously Tailwind Elusive, and because that bow gives me so much crit, my crit chance is 72% without any flasks on. With the flask popped, we shoot right up to 91.81%. Now, obviously, if we do inspiration charges, we go to hold on, I gotta undo this. Boom.
My mana is gone.
We go to 96.35%, so as high as possible of a base crit as we can get. Now, I will say that because blind has been extremely nerfed, you can actually drop this for Yoke of Suffering, or you can take blind nodes to make it better, but I personally haven't done any kind of changes yet, so I'm just still using the Pandemonious. Eventually I will move from the Pandemonious, but as of now, this is my current amulet of choice. We are using some crazy rings. This is just a harvest crafted with damage, and then it has dual res and more damage. We have a legacy um, a legacy veiled crafted ring here, which has 3 veiled mods, and then our implicits are multi onslaught on hit. So we have our onslaught generation. Then we have onslaught on kill, but the bigger thing is we have attack and cast speed while we have onslaught, meaning when we hit something, we just gain 10% in free attack and cast speed. Then we have effective tailwind. Since we have permanent tailwind, it's always on. And then elusive on crit and effective elusive, with of course 35 movement speed and T1 life. We have our all res crit chance belt. We're using a +1 arrow void fletcher, and you saw the bow. And then the last thing is just a cookie cutter Asenaths. We use this because Asenaths allows us to apply our Hydrosphere, Creeping Frost, Bone Chill Sniper's Mark setup. And this is a huge DPS upgrade when you're fighting bosses, allowing you to essentially insta-delete most bosses in the game. Now, as you see here, we have relatively decent stats. We have 48% physical damage reduction, 74% chance to evade, and 74% spell suppression with 55% of that damage suppressed. So we have a relatively solid roundabout amount of defenses, along with having the amount of offensive we do have. So this build is pretty much as crazy as it can get. Another thing we do have is obviously when we get elusive, we get a lot more chance to evade, and so on and so forth. But this is, like I said, this is just kind of me in a way showing off my standard build. Just giving you a tour of sorts to hopefully you guys want to see more content or want me to bring you more content with this build. Um, I will say that every single time I kind of showcase this build, it's usually with a different bow, or maybe I get requested to do a certain way. I also take requests on how to build this build from a budget and how to make it work on a very inexpensive budget until you get to the expensive budget. I also have, I believe 2 leagues ago, made a zero to hero or zero to ice shot essentially guide where I showed you exactly what you can do and how you can go about doing it to get as much value as possible to build ice shot, starting with the cheaper end all the way up to getting a headhunter. If you guys want to see that series, it's still pretty relevant, and everything that I did to farm was still pretty active. So go ahead and check that out. But yeah, that's just my tangent for now. Sorry again, I'm in-debpth. I hope you guys do enjoy my content, and if you have any questions, as always, leave a comment in the leave a comment in the comments, I guess. Leave a message in the comments, and leave a like, comment, subscribe, and click the little bell to let you know about my content. I think I've said content enough today, huh? I really need to go, guys. You have a good one, and as always, take it easy.